last 7 days, this is day 7 here, where we've seen some really exciting racing from U23 levels, open events, as well as juniors, and now we just are getting to the meat of it. We are getting into Masters racing. So this is day 2 of 4 for the Masters division here at RowFest. We've got 5 boats on the line ready to go after this final here. We've got lane 1, Alexandria Community Rowing, lane 2, Riverfront Recapture, lane 3, San Diego Rowing Club, lane 4, Saugatuck Rowing Club, and lane 5, Capital Rowing Club.
This is our Masters E category, so 55 to 59, and it looks like they're getting aligned now. You can see those little coxswain heads in the bow loader there. And we are off. Off the blocks here, again, 5-boat race. So right away we have a pretty clear leader. Again, that is Alexandria, stroked by Mary Cato. So very well done to Alexandria. Kind of a funny trend here with Alexandria. I've noticed they have done quite well on some of the outside lanes. So kind of an interesting trend for them. I don't know if the outside lanes are something lucky for them or not really sure. But they've definitely established themselves here as the clear leader. So as we go down the line, we will get some stroke rates for you again. So we're going to start with a 38 in lane 1 for Alexandria. We're going to jump all the way over to the other side of the course. Capital A, stroked by Allison Pugh. And then lane 4, Saugatuck. And those are your leaders right now.
Looks like we've got a pretty competitive race here, building amongst 2 different duels within the race. You know, from up here in the finish line tower, we are sitting on a bit of an angle, so it does look a little bit skewed, but I would say the crews out there in lanes 4 and 5 entering into one battle with themselves, likely with lane 1 out there on the top of our race course, far away from the buildings here. Whitney, when you think about your race, if you were one of these masters, right, going down and doing a 1,000-meter race, where do you think that you would have the greatest impact on your performance? Like, when you think about taking your move out of 1,000 meters, where would you place, say, your 10 to 15 strokes that could make a difference in your race?
Ooh, I love a good move at the 1250 in a 2K, so I would have to say probably the 750 in a 1K. So I love a good counter move, especially when it's unexpected. I like to see the other crews make that halfway point move and then either counter it or see if they're going to make a little move at the 750 as well and then counter it again, which may lead into an early sprint. So again, it really, really depends on what is going on out there. So you really have to be adaptable. Sometimes you may have a race plan and you have to do your move a little bit earlier, a little bit later to counter another move, but also have to be really smart to restrain yourself just a little bit so you don't go too soon or too early, or you're not just reacting to all the other crews out there, that you are still executing your race plan to the best of your ability. So
I couldn't agree more, right? You kind of see where most people try and make their move, usually around halfway through in the race, but you want to try and see what else they're going to do, right? If you're strong enough to be able to stay with them on their moves and then have something else up your sleeve, that's going to hopefully play out for you.
Yeah, that's right. I could not have said it better myself. So it looks like we right now have capital A on the outside in lane 5, making a little bit of a push on lane 1. That is Alexandria, but they do have a pretty commanding lead at this time. So again, looking at capital here, starting to take the rate up just a little bit. As I speak, we're going up 33, 35. And they are definitely going to put a little exclamation point on their finish here in lane 5 as we look over all the way across the water to lane 1 and Alexandria crossing the line in first, followed very closely by Capital in second. Looking at lane 4, Saugatuck in that 3rd place position. We will go all the way back over to the course here. Nice zigzag going on, Riverfront Recapture, and then right in the dead center of the course in the beautiful red boat will be San Diego Rowing Club, stroked by George Schuster. Rowing out a beautiful Mission Bay, San Diego down there.
Here's your PSA to just remember to grab your hardware before you leave the course for the day. There's a lot of hardware that will be given out over these next couple days. I know we already